What's good with you guys? It's Mike, aka Buzz Lightyear here. Wanting to wish you guys all a very happy new year. Hope everything is going well so far. I know we're only a few hours into the day, but I hope everything's going good. I hope all your wishes and dreams come true. I hope that you guys are all able to complete your New Year's resolutions, because I know that I will hopefully do so as I have in the past. Anyways, going to get you started off today with a game of Team Deathmatch on the map Fallen. Doing some beast mode status, going 34-3 with the M16. Now, naturally, that was a failed Semtex too. I was using the M16, and I was repping my sleight of hand, assassin, and dead silence class. Now, unfortunately, I'm such a BK when it comes to this stuff. I always forget to change out my classes. I never remember to use marksman. I love to use marksman with this specific type of gun because it's a distance, gives you the opportunity to see. I'm sure you guys all know this. For those that you don't know, marksman lets you see guys from a distance. It shows their name above their head. So, with that being said, the M16, is it dead? I don't think so. I mean, a lot of guys don't use it. You don't see it very often. Naturally, there's the Type 95. You also have guns like the MK14, very, very strong, solid-ass assault rifles. You can't go wrong with those two assault rifles. In the previous Call of Duties, COD 4, COD, MW2, Black Ops, the M16 was a fairly very strong gun. You couldn't go wrong with it. Unfortunately, in the new Call of Duty, this one, as a lot of you may noticed, and if you haven't already, the M16 is weak compared to the Type 95. They're both if you were to compare the two, they're both 3-round bursts, but unfortunately, most players are going to prefer the Type 95 as their weapon, because the the rounds per minute coming out of the gun is just a little bit faster. I think it's only about 50 rounds, I think, per minute faster. I think the M16 comes out at about fire rate of 400, and the Type 95 comes out at about 450. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it's coming out at. So naturally, the Type 95 is also stronger. You can't go wrong with strength. But if you're a good, solid player, you're gonna actually, if you've been playing the game a long time, or maybe you're just a good, solid player, if you're someone that's just really good at video games, and you want a challenge, the M16 is the way to go. If you don't, if you're afraid people are gonna give you shit for using the Type 95, go with the M16. You got to have a lot of skill to get really, really good with this gun. So there's no shame in using the gun. Now, naturally in this class, like I said, I was using sleight of hand with assassin and dead silence. Typically, I'll use marksman, and typically instead of assassin, I'll rep something like hardline. Like I said, I forgot to change out my class. I was really just more or less worried about the gun, and forgot to change out my perks. If you guys also can, you'll see here in just a second. See, boom, right there. I threw down my motion sensor. Those are extremely important to have in certain game types, especially when you're trying to hold down the map. See, with your M16, this is kind of how you want to play your game. If you're new to this, if you're new to the COD community, you might want to listen to this. When you have an M16, you want to be at a distance from somebody. The last thing you want is to get in close quarters. See, I have my full automatic pistol because I know that if this guy's bad too, by the way. Look at this. I'm shooting him. He just continues to run away from me. But if you have your fully automatic pistol, it's almost like having a small little gun. Which is also really weird too. You guys see, I just got rid of my one M16, and somebody else is trying to use the same class, or at least the same gun as me. He's using an ACOG, I was using a red dot, whatever that is. But still, that's so random because you really don't see this gun used very often. But the nice thing about the M16 is if you want a challenge and you like the gun a lot, I actually have a buddy that uses this gun a lot, and he has it in gold camo, and it looks fucking raw. If you like the gun and you are able to get it that way, do it, because it looks nasty. But yeah, so the M16, is it dead? In my opinion, no, I don't believe it's dead. If you really, really want to have a challenge and you think that you can do it, and you're a good, solid player with a 3-round burst gun, and you think you can do it, the M16 actually delivers really quick kills when the shots are placed on the target. So the only downside is that it's just a little bit shorter of a round burst as opposed to the the Type 95.
Now, with that being said, what I wanted to give you guys a recommendation for is the fact that if you're going to go ahead and use this gun and you want to give it a shot, make sure you try to use either the 2 recommended attachments I like to use for this gun. Wouldn't be the ACOG like I have here, but it would be the red dot with the silencer, or vice versa. You could have just one attachment. You don't have to have them both, but you could do like for your proficiencies. I think I was using kick this round. I could be wrong. but you don't really need to have kick with this gun. I mean, it does have a little bit of a recoil, but nothing really significant. But if you can get yourself like stability, obviously that would be really helpful in this particular class setup. You know, because you're usually going to be trying to get from mid-range to long-range kills. That or you're going to be using 2 attachments. Like I said, the 2 attachments, maybe the red dot silencer. You can always go different routes, but you know, the 2 attachments I would recommend if you're going to go that route is going to be you know, red dot silencer. Yeah, this gun, do not forget, if you guys get bored and you want to get something, you know, obviously you got, like I said before, the Type 95, the MK14. You know, there's also, you've got other guns that you may just be better with, like the ACR. The ACR is a huge one. A lot of guys, but look at this guy too, guy camping like a little bitch. But yeah, I mean, you've got guns that are, you know, significantly better. So the M16 isn't necessarily dead. They didn't really weaken it. You know, people just don't really use it because there's obviously guns that are way better. So yeah, if you guys are out there and you're getting a little bored with the game, throw yourself a challenge. See if you can't use the M16 and go 34-3, because I had a lot of fun with this. I actually didn't even, I was just playing the game, you know, and I wasn't really expecting too much. But yeah, I more than doubled most of the guys in points on my team. Like I wrecked house. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And when I'm sitting here thinking, you know, the M16, you don't see people using it. And my buddy's, you know, he's been telling me, the guy with the golden gun, he's been telling me to use it. And I was so shocked when I actually, this is like maybe the 3rd time I used the M16 throughout the day. And it went beast mode. So keep that in mind when you guys are playing. If you're a little bored of the game already and you want a challenge. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just now checking my score. I was 32-3. I more than doubled the other guy on my team with kills. So I don't even know what this guy was doing right here. But yeah, I didn't even realize the game was coming to an end. I just killed this guy and got the final kill cam. So if you guys could, please don't forget to throw me a real quick thumbs up. Drop me comments in the comments below. Let me know if the M16 is something you like or if you've used it. And as always, guys, I hope you're all keeping it real. I'll talk to you soon. Peace!